great to see you again. This is Michael Williams and welcome back to 21 Steps to Start Speaking More Smoothly and what? Confidently. This is the fourth step, and the fourth step is this. Know that you can and that you do have the ability to learn what you need to learn to start speaking more smoothly and confidently. Know that you can learn, that you have the ability to learn to become a smooth and confident speaker. Let me repeat that again. Know that you have the ability to become a smooth and confident speaker. Now, why is this important? Well, some people don't think that they're capable of learning or of doing whatever it is that they need to do. They simply don't believe that they have the capacity, either physically or either mentally or spiritually or whatever it is. They don't feel like they can. And a part of what I'm saying comes from what we call neuroscience or neuroplasticity, and that is that our brains are able, no matter what age you're at, our brains are able to form new connections. So as we learn something, what we're doing is we're actually forming a new connection, or we're strengthening a current connection. Okay, so we have these kind of neurons and dendrites that have these electrical currents that go. So whenever you learn something, what you're doing is you're establishing kind of a root or a connection. So the more that you do it, the more of these connections you have, and the stronger they become, right? So it's just like typing. When you learn how to type, you start to form a connection, and your body starts to get used to the movements. So as you're learning it, your body gets used to it, your mind gets used to it, you start learning the coordination. And so there are these neurons in certain areas of your brains that's responsible for learning that particular skill, and they start to develop, and then they start to strengthen, and it gets to a point where it's now become a part of your permanent, if you will, your permanent memory. You know how to do it. You no longer have to think of it consciously. Does this make sense? You have the ability to do this. Doesn't matter if you're 10 or 110, right? If you're 25 or 85, your brain has the capacity to form new connections and to strengthen those connections. Once you know this, this is a fact of science, once you know this, then you will have greater confidence to say, hey, all I have to do is figure out what to do and then continue to do that over and over until the connections are strengthened. That is, until it becomes a habit, a pattern of behavior, until it becomes a part of my permanent memory. Ah, that's incredible. Think about that. So what I'm going to be sharing with you in maybe video 6 or so, starting in video 6, are some very specific techniques that you can use, right? And if you practice them over and over, you'll be forming these new connections, and the more you practice, the stronger they'll get, and the more it becomes automatic, the more it becomes subconscious or unconscious, the more you no longer have to think about it. That's how speaking is. I'm not thinking of how I'm going to speak or the exact words that I'm using. I'm just doing it. It's almost a subconscious activity, and you can do that too. You just have to learn what to do, what to practice, and then practice it over and over. Any professional sports player, anyone doing anything that they do well, uses this process. You do it. You probably use it every day. And that's what we're going to be doing in this program. So, know that you have the ability, right, that you have the ability to learn whatever you need to learn to become an excellent speaker, to become a smooth and confident speaker. You have the ability to learn that. And once I share with you what those techniques are, what those steps are, you simply have to practice them. So what we did is we looked in the first video at what? Developing and maintaining hope. Second video, we talked about deciding why. In the third video, we talked about making a commitment. In the fourth video, we talked about this, which is to know that you can learn what you need to learn to become an excellent speaker. All right? So I'm very excited to see, I'm very excited to know that you've been following this and that you're practicing this. And we're going to look in the next video at, in fact, the next video is kind of like our pivotal video to start to transition us into some specific techniques. In the 6th video, we're going to start out with specific techniques. This next video, which is the 5th one, it'll be our pivotal video, and you'll see exactly what I mean in that next video. So I'll see you there.